Hello students, good evening. This is Mohs. Good evening. This is Mohn sir, chemistry faculty, and welcome to Akshar IIT Foundation. Today I am going to start the chemistry topic classification of matter. Right? Acha. Who are there? Pawan and Pradeep. Are you new today? First class? Acha, you didn't join in the previous classes?
Yes, sir. I joined in the previous classes, sir.
Acha, so you are 7th class only now?
Yes, sir. I joined. Yes, sir.
Right, okay. So listen carefully. So today I am going to explain about the classification of matter. Okay. So first, do you know what is mean the matter? So matter means anything which has a mass and occupies space. Anything that has a mass and occupies space is called as a matter. For example, you see whatever you see around you, that all comes under matter. Okay, for example, if I take this pen, yes, this is a matter because it is having mass and occupying the space. Okay, if I see this board, this also a matter because it has some mass and occupying the space. If I take my mobile phone, this mobile is also a matter which has a mass and occupy the space. So students, any substance which has a mass and occupy the space is called as a matter. Is this clear? So here you can see here, matter is defined as anything that has mass and occupies space. Is this clear? So see here, yeah, so this is about the matter, anything that has mass. The important thing is that mass and occupying space. So this is called as a matter. So everything that you see around you, like air, water, animals, clothes and more, is made up of matter. So here I said that everything around you that you see around you, that are the matter I said. See here, air. Can you see the air? No, but still air is a matter because air also has a mass and occupy the space. When you blow the balloon, then what happens? It's occupying some space in the balloon, so the balloon becomes very big. Yes or no? So it's occupying some space, and here it has after filling the air, so balloon becomes little bit weighter than the first one. So the meaning is what? It has a mass. It has a mass and occupying the space. So that's what air is also matter. Is this clear, students?
Yes.
Right. Now, yes. So anything is like air, water, animals, even you, me also a matter because we are having the mass and we are occupying the space, so that's what we are also a matter. Now what is the important characteristics of matter? So see here, all matter means any matter is made up of a very tiny particles. This is most important. Any matter is made up of a very tiny particles. For example, you see students, if I have this pen, for example, if I apply the force and if I break it, so I can make it into two pieces. Yes or no? And then I'll get one piece. Again that piece again I'll break. So again it breaks into two pieces. Again I'll take one piece from that, again I'll break. So if continuously if I break and break, then what happens? Finally a stage will come where I cannot break it. Okay, so such a smaller particle it becomes where I cannot break it. Such a smaller particles are called atoms. Okay, that we discuss later. So any substance, okay, any matter is made up of a tiny particle, that you have to remember. So all matter is composed of very small particles which can exist independently. Is this clear, this point? Right. Now particles of matter have space between them. So generally when we have a particles, okay, in the matter, So in that little amount of space will be there. Okay, so the space will be there. For example, you say if there is water, you think, okay, there's a swimming pool, is there, swimming pool. Okay, then for example you dive into the swimming pool, you think, then what happens, you easily enter into the swimming pool, yes or no? So the particles are moving, yes, so thus there is a space between the particles, and particles of matter are continuously moving. Okay, so even if you take the solid also, in the particles are in vibratory state, so they will be moving, and then particles of matter attract with each other. So the particle of one particle will attract with other particle. So this is the particles of matter attract with each other. So these are the important characteristics of that matter. Is this clear, students, to you? Any doubt? So you have to write these particles, otherwise you take a screenshot of this one and later you have to maintain the notes. So want to take the screenshot, you can take the screenshot of this one. And you have to write all these notes, points, okay, and you have to read and learn this one. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now see here, our main topic is the classification of matter. Okay, how do you classify the matter? Just as I said that matter is anything that has a mass and occupy the space. So if you see around us, so many things are there which we can see. Just now I told you that, for example, if you take the book is also matter. But what is the state of book? Book is a solid. Yes or no? And similarly, if you take the air, just now I told you that air, if you blow into the balloon, so here that is also matter. Similarly, I said that water is also matter. So how can we classify the matter? So that classification of matter we are going to discuss here. So students, here matter can be classified in two ways. Okay, one is called physical classification and second is based on the composition called chemical classification. Okay, so the matter can be classified in mainly two ways. One is called physical classification and second is called chemical classification. So physical classification means what? If there is this based on the state, in which state or in which phase the matter exists, so that is one type of classification. So here see, if you students, the two principal ways of classifying matter according to the physical state is one, and the second one is okay, according to composition. So here according to its physical state. Okay, so means as a gas, liquid or solid. So physical state means what? Gas, liquid or solid. And the second one is what? Based on according to its composition. Composition means what? How it is made up of. That is called composition. So this is called like based on elements, compounds and mixture. So this is also called as a chemical, okay, composition or chemical type of classification. Is this clear to you? Now, first one is based on the physical classification. Physical means what? See here I written here, there is a gas, liquid and a solid. That is called physical classification. So in the physical classification, okay, matter is classified into, okay, so matter is classified into three types. One is called as a solid, second one is called as liquid, and third one is called as a gaseous state. So you know that this I think you might have learnt in the lower classes, 6th class or 5th class. Did you learn this one about the matter exists in three states? Yes. So three states, matter exists in three states. One is called as a solid, second is called as a liquid, and third one is called as a gases. Okay. So now we are going to discuss these properties in detail. But before that, we go to the next type of classification, that is based on the composition. Composition means what? How the matter is made up of. Okay. For example, if you want to make a coffee, so what are the things required to make a coffee? We need a milk, we need a sugar, we need a coffee powder. So all this we mix together so that we are getting the coffee. The composition of coffee is what? Milk, sugar, and coffee powder. So that is called as a composition. How is it made up of? Okay. So based on that matter, based on how it is made up of, based on this, okay, the matter is classified mainly into two types. How many types? Two types. One is called as a pure substance and the second one is called as a mixture. Okay, one is called pure substance and the second is called as a mixtures. Now again, pure substance is classified into compound and element. We are going to discuss in detail. Don't worry, students. These are very, very important topic. This is a basic for chemistry. Basics of chemistry. This is all you have to learn very, very perfectly to understand the chemistry. Okay. So here matter is based on the composition. We are classifying into two types called as a pure substance and mixtures. And pure substance again classified into two types called compounds and elements. And mixtures, they are classified into homogeneous and hetero. And heterogeneous again colloids and suspensions, and this we discuss in detail. Okay, so this as of now you can take this one. So once you take the screenshot of this one, or write fast. Take the screenshot of this, otherwise write in notes. Is it done? Yeah, you can take the screenshot, but later you have to maintain the notes, students. Okay, so you have to maintain the notes, very clear notes. Don't think that screenshot is there so I can read it from. No, you have to maintain the notes what we are teaching here. You have to maintain the notes because this is be very, very helpful to you in the future. Okay.
Sir, I kept for all subject one book, sir. I think that is
But I think for not all subjects you don't give one book only. So for different subjects, for physics different, chemistry different, and math different. Okay.
Physics I kept one book, for chemistry I kept one
Very
book,
good.
math I kept one.
Good. Now in that chemistry notes, okay, whenever you have it, now you are taking the screenshot, you have to write very clearly in that notebook. Is this clear?
It is clear for me.
Yeah. So I have taken the screenshot for this. Now, yes.
Sir, I am new joining, sir. My name is Vivek Sai from HRD school.
Yeah, Vivek, Yeah, Vivek Sai. Very good, Vivek Sai. Are you following what I am saying? Is it understandable to you?
Today on the first day, my friend told to join it. It is so useful to me. That's why I came.
No problem, Vivek. So here this is our first class of this particular topic. Don't worry. So you didn't miss any class. Even in class missed also, we cover it. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So shall I go to the next slide?
Sir, please join in the group, sir, for links.
What?
Sir, I'm not getting links, sir. Please join me in the group.
How can I join? So I don't know exactly. You're not in the class today.
No, sir, I am first day today only, sir.
No problem. No problem. Today you be here and tomorrow onwards you will get the link. Okay, you'll be joined in the, if you want to continue, you'll be joined, right?
Sir.
Yeah. So now go to the next slide. This also take a screenshot.
Sir, taking, sir.
Yeah. So this all you have to write in the notebook. In the next class when you join, I'll ask you to show your notebooks.
Okay, sir, okay. Sir, I want NEET classes, sir.
Yeah, NEET also, no problem. For NEET and IIT, physics and chemistry remains the same. Okay.
Yes, sir, I can understand.
So okay. Now I'm going to the next topic. Right. So here you see, students, here here it is compared the solid, liquid and gases, the properties of solid, liquids and gases. Okay, so here I'll explain you first how what about the volume of solids, liquids and gases. Okay, so here you know, first let us see the shape. Okay, so what do you think about the shapes of the okay, so here if you take the solid, liquid and gas. Okay, now if you want to discuss about the shape, okay, now do you think that solids have a definite shape? Yes. Here solids, liquids, gases, we are discussing about their properties. Okay, now do you think that all these have the definite shape? There is particular shape for all these solids, liquids and gases?
Yes, sir.
No, only for solids they have a definite shape. Yes or no? For solids they have a definite shape. See, this is the pen. So what is the shape of this pen? So it is like a cylindrical shape, cylinder. You know cylinder? Okay, so this is a cylindrical shape. So solid has a shape. Now for example, if I take my mobile, okay, so this my mobile has a which shape it is? Cuboid. You know the cuboid? So like lengthwise, so this is the length and this is the breadth and this is the height. So length, breadth, height. So this is called a cuboid shape. Okay, so if you take the ball is a solid, that is spherical in shape. Yes or no? So for solids they have particular definite shape will be there. Okay, so solids have definite shape. Okay, solids have definite shape. Now let's come to the liquid. Do you think that liquid have any particular shape? No, liquids do not have particular shape. If you take that liquid, if you pour in the glass, in that glass tumbler, okay, if you pour in the glass tumbler, so it occupies the shape of the glass tumbler. Yes or no? Okay, so if I am taking the water, something in the glass, this liquid, so now the liquid shape is like a container shape. If I take the liquid in some round bottom flask, okay, round bottom like pot, okay, so this is like a pot. Now in this I take the liquid, then now the shape of the liquid is what? This is occupying the pot shape. So liquid do not have any particular shape, definite shape. Okay, liquids can attain the shape of the container. They attain the shape of the container. So liquids do not have the proper shape. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
So right. So here liquids do not have definite shape. So you can write here. Okay, no definite shape, no definite shape. And for gases, do you think gases have a definite shape?
No, sir.
No, gases also do not have, okay, no definite shape. Okay, so that is about the shape of the solids, liquids and gases. Okay, now let us come to the volume. What is meant by the volume? What is meant by the volume? Volume means space occupied.
In and out.
Yeah, the space occupied by any substance is called as a volume. Now do you think that solids have definite volume? Yes? Do you think that solids have definite volume? Yes. Okay, so solids have definite volume. Okay, so for example you see, if we have some block, iron block you think. Okay, so here I will draw the block here. Here I am drawing, you see. Okay, here you can see. So this is one iron block. Okay, so this is a solid, yes or no? This block is what? Solid. Okay, and in this solid, say this is a length, for example, this is a breadth and this is a height we take. Okay, like breadth, for example, you think this is 10 centimeters and breadth you take 5 centimeters and again the height you take some 8 centimeters. Okay, so now what is its volume? In the mathematics, did you study the formula of volume? Volume formula is? Very good boy. So length into breadth into height. So length is 10 into breadth is 550 and this is 8. 58 is a 400. So this is 400 cubic centimeters. So this is the volume of this block. So meaning is what? It has a definite volume. So solids have definite volume. Is this clear to you? Now whether the liquids have definite volume?
No, sir.
But the answer is yes. Okay, liquids also have the definite volume. Okay, for example, if your mama asks you to get the milk packet, okay, so then she'll give the money to you and she'll ask you to go and get the milk packet. Okay, then immediately you run to the shop and you ask the shopkeeper to give the milk packet. Then immediately what the question he asks you? How much milk you need? Whether you need a half liter packet or you need a 1 liter packet. Does he ask or not?
Yes, sir.
So he will ask like whether you need a half liter or you need a 1 liter. So that is nothing but a volume. That is nothing but a volume. So volume is also measured in liters. Volume is also measured in liters. Okay, so here we have a definite volume for the liquid. So generally nowadays we are taking the bubble water for drinking. Okay, bubble water cans. Okay, and that bubble water can is of 20 liters. Okay, so we will get the 20 liters. Okay, water can. So that liters is a unit of volume. Okay, so here liquids have the definite volume that can be measurable. So they have the definite particular volume will be there. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now let us come to the gases. Gases, do you have the definite volume? So the answer is no. Okay, there is no definite volume for the gases. Okay, so gases can occupy the space what it is available. Is this clear to you? Okay, whatever the space it occupies, whatever the space is available, the total space gases can occupy. So there is no perfect volume for the gases. Okay, for example, you see this is my room, and for example, my room, for example, I think like the breadth is 10 feet and the width is length is some 14 feet, 12 feet, and height is 10 feet. So 10 by 10 into 14. So 10 tens are 100, 1400. So my room volume is some about 1400 cubic feet. This is the room, and everywhere in this room air is there. Everywhere in this room air is there. See, because I am we require the air to respirate, yes or no? So we are respirating air. Everywhere air is there. So this throughout the room air is there. So this much big room has a lot of air. Okay, but you see students, this all air, if I can able to if I able to pack in one small box, so this total air I can pack into one small box. I can pack into one small box. Is this clear to you?
Yes,
So for example, a simple example I'll say, for example, if you take the perfume, you can take the perfume, okay, and just you spray the perfume here, just you spray the perfume just here at one corner of the room. So here in one corner of the room I am spraying here, okay, and after a few seconds, if any person is entering into the room from other corner, does he smell that perfume? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the meaning is what? Small amount of perfume is spraying here, but this is spreading throughout the room. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So there is no fixed volume to the gases. So there is a fixed volume to the solids, fixed volume to the liquids, but there is no fixed volume to the gases. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. Now let us come to the how closely the molecules, atoms are packed. Just now I told you that any matter is made up of a tiny particles. Yes or no? So what is the difference between the arrangement of the these tiny particles in the solids, liquids and gases? So if you take the solids, okay, in the solids what happens? The molecules are closely packed, okay, the particles, how they are packed here? Closely packed. Closely means what? They are very close to each other, okay, so very close to each other means what? Here molecules are with touching with each other, they are, okay, like this, they are packed very close to each other. So this is called okay, like this, they are very closely packed here in the solids. But in the liquids what happens? Liquids are packed with the molecules but loosely packed. How they are? Okay, loosely packed here. But when you come to the gases, there is very far from each other, okay, the gas molecules are very far from each other. So when you see the packing of the particles, okay, in the solids, okay, molecules are very closely, tightly packed with each other, and when you see the liquid, they are loosely packed, and when you see, okay, in the gases, no. Is this clear? Okay, just simple example. Before 2 years back, just 2 years back, how you used to sit in the classroom in one bench, three students, four students, five students, or make you to sit very close to each other. Okay, so that is like a solid. Now how you are staying here? By maintaining the social distances. Yes or no? You are moving far from each other. Okay, so here also in the molecules arrangement in the, okay, solids are very close, like before COVID situation, and in the liquid just loosely packed. In the gases they are very far from each other. Okay, so this type of arrangement we can see in the solids, liquids and gases. Is this clear?
Clear, sir?
Yes. Now then come to the compressibility. Do you know what is mean the compressibility? Compression. Compression means what? If you apply the force, if the volume of that object, of that substance, of that matter becomes small or reduces, then that is called compression. Is this clear to about your compression?
Yes, sir.
So for example, this object is there, you think some object is there. Now this object, you see this much space it's occupying. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm applying the force here. On applying the force, what's happening here? You see it's get compressed. You see, is this clear to you? So that is called, that's called compressibility. And compressibility property in the solids is almost nil, negligible. Okay, for example, I am taking this mobile in my hand. This is a solid, and I am applying the force on it like this. Does it is getting compressed here? No. It's not. So generally solids are incompressible, means what? They cannot be compressed. Okay, so the compressibility is negligible. Do you know meaning of negligibility? Negligible means what? Very, very less. They don't compress. Okay, almost nil. Almost nil is called negligible here. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now when you come to the liquids also almost nil, but very little. Okay, very little there is a compressibility. Very, very little. Very, very. Okay, little compressibility we can see in the liquids. But when you see the gases, they are more compressible. Yes or no? Gases can be compressed. Compressed means what? So they can be, on applying the force pressure, then we can brought into, make into the small, okay, we can compress them. Just now I told you, this is a big room. In such a big room, whatever the gas is there, that all the gas I can compress in a small box here. I can compress in one small box. Okay, so that is called as a compression. Okay, so making the volume less, that is called a compression. So I can compress the, okay, gases. Is this clear to you?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
I have a doubt.
Yes, ask.
Sir, but not on classes, sir. Sir, you will keep links for me personally.
See, this is not my work. Who is this? Vivek. Here actually admin department. Okay, so there is an admin department there. We are just faculty, so we come and take the lesson. So admin department, they will post the link, so you can approach them. That's better. Is this clear to you?
Sir, what is number, sir?
Acha, you want number? So once I'll post in the chat box. So if you better to contact them. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, they will tell how much fees we should pay them.
No, you that you have to confirm from admin department. So I'm not sure. Is this clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear for me.
Okay then. Once I'll put the number, so you can contact. One minute. Did you get now this chai in the chat box? Yes, Vivek?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Yeah, so you call that number.
Sir,
974118759. Okay, you call that number. You call that number and take the details. Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, students. So for today, I will stop with this one. Is this understood clearly what I explained today to you?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. So whatever I said today, that all you have to make a notes. So it's a very, very important for NEET or IIT. Both it is very, very helpful to you. Okay?
Sir, we got in our notes, sir.
Yeah, very good boy. Yes, I can able to see your notes. Very good. Okay? So good students. So in the next class, I'll meet you. I'll continue this topic. Okay? So you have to remember before here, so I made some questions also to you, but not after completing this topic. I'll ask the questions also to you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay then. Bye.